If your business is contingent on you getting a 2, a 3, a 4, a 5 ROAS on Facebook, you are setting up a game that will be incredibly difficult to win. When I design a business, I never want to be obligated to a 90th percentile outcome in order to win the game. But we, Facebook advertisers, who I would sort of put up against anybody in the world in our ability to make Facebook ad accounts perform, I'm telling you that I do not, when I sit with my brands, we do not think about Facebook as the primary mechanism for us to improve margin and growth. Instead, we think, all right, if Facebook's going to produce a 1.8 to 2 for us, how do we make the business work in light of that? The answer is not to try to endlessly improve your ROAS. It will not happen. I've been in this game for too long to think that the solution is always improving the efficiency at the top of the funnel. It's not the case. So let's go through. I'm going to put our brand up against this scorecard and give you a sense of how it performs. Bamboo Earth, organic skincare made with the cleanest ingredients on earth. Of course, it's a fabulous category. Any of you that are in cosmetics and skincare, it's built for ecom. It has all of the attributes that we're going to go through. I'm going to talk about why. So number one, production. Lead times and supplier terms. Bamboo Earth, we own our own production facility. In North Carolina, this is vertically integrated production. So when we think about lead times, one, we can produce any product at almost any volume within 2 to 3 weeks. So if we start seeing a change, if an ad hits, if we see in the other direction, a product launch that we thought was going to be big was smaller, we can scale up and down production relative to what's happening in real time. This significantly reduces our inventory risk. In addition, we're buying the product from ourselves. So really what we actually have costs on are actually the core materials, the raw materials, if you will, of the product, which we can get for incredibly cheap. So while our terms with those suppliers, and we do have good relationships with those suppliers, the reality is the core production, the manufacturing, what someone would call cost of goods, is money that we're paying to ourselves. So we have a completely different system because we own our own production. It's a massive advantage for us in this business. Second, Opex is a percentage of revenue. This is the 4x400 model in a T, right? We design a business, 4x400, a holding company where we own 5 brands. It allows us to diffuse or separate out Opex across multiple streams of revenue. So you can see, we look at this for every brand. This is just a couple of them as an example, but Bamboo Earth, Opex, 12% of revenue. So again, that benchmark of less than 15%, you have to run lean. You have to understand that the benefit of this business versus agency, on the agency side, it's all human capital. It's all Opex, right? My agency runs at about 60% Opex as a percentage of revenue, right? But on the brand side, the opportunity is to do it lean, less than 15%. Bamboo or 12%, 2 points. Contribution margin, beautiful, skincare. This screenshot right out of our tool Statlist allows us to look at a 60-day contribution margin. So on a 60-day basis for every customer that comes in, what is our actual contribution margin? You can see the AOV, 60-day LTV, refunds, shipping, taxes, average weighted cost of goods, contribution margin 83%. We can win on Facebook at a 1.5. We can win on Facebook at a 1.8. Here's the secret. Across about $500 million in spend, 50th percentile ROAS, the average outcome, about 1.9 to 1 so far this year. If your business is contingent on you getting a 2, a 3, a 4, a 5 ROAS on Facebook, you are setting up a game that will be incredibly difficult to win. When I design a business, I never want to be obligated to a 90th percentile outcome in order to win the game. It doesn't mean I'm not trying to do that. It doesn't mean I won't celebrate it when I get there or have a huge opportunity if I do. But if your business requires that you have a 2, 3, 4 to 1 ROAS on platform, you're running a real risk of small reductions in efficiency dramatically affecting your cash. Diversity of traffic. So this is where we as a business have a lot of room to improve. You can see this, again, a screenshot out of our tool from Statlist at statlist.io. What you'll see here is that organic only makes up 38% of our traffic. I'm guessing for many of you early stage businesses that are here and concerned about iOS, that this is what your traffic pie, as we call it, looks like too. You're over-indexed on paid social, and that creates real risk. So this is an area where we get 0 points. We're focusing every day on finding ways to continue to find and diversify our traffic sources to help us succeed. Because the reality is, you want to know that one of the primary keys to having a great ROAS in Facebook, lots of organic traffic that allow you to have a 60-40 remarketing prospecting split. It's just the reality of it. This is what you want it to look like. So this is a screenshot from one of our best clients. This is about a $25 million brand that does it at massive margin and is smashing. And you can see this, just like an investment portfolio, has reduced channel risk. They have traffic from lots of sources. It's not just that they're over 50% organic, it's that it comes in lots of places. Paid social, organic search, direct, paid search, email, SMS, referral, all contributing meaningful amounts of traffic. This is the ideal scenario. This is what you're looking for in terms of your traffic. Finally, 60-day LTV. So this is a screenshot, again, out of our data tool that's a benchmarking that shows LTV in comparison to all the brands in the data set. You can see we have about 200 brands in the data set. And you can see that Bamboo Earth has the absolute best 60-day LTV of anybody in the tool. This is one of the magic pieces of this brand, is that customers love the product and they come back like crazy. Almost a 50% increase in LTV within 60 days. That means if I get a $100 average order value, that customer is worth $150 to me within 60 days. This makes it so, again, if you think about prospecting, even if we prospect at break even, which again, think about this, 80% margin, okay? 80% margin and a 50% LTV means that I can prospect at basically a 1.2 break even on the first order and be 50% profitable within 60 days. That's a massive advantage for us in terms of our ability to continue to scale on these platforms. So overall, this brand's a 10. It's a low grade A, but of all of our portfolio, it's easily the fastest growing business, and it's the one that has the least concern with iOS.